So first off, I just want to say,
Am I looking at you or at the camera?
just look at me.
Okay.
So first off, what is your name and what do you do for a living?
I'm Ross Roemer. I am a 10th grade humanities teacher.
So, do you have any experience with knowing about film studies, or I'm assuming you're a humanities teacher, you know about literature?
One of my passions, I do love film. I like to do a film project each year. It's the only project I like to repeat of most of my projects, and I've read a few books because I teach English as well.
So, in your opinion, what are good traits in film and literature, like separately?
Separately, or what they both share in common?
Both. First separately, and then also what they share.
All right. Well, I'll start with what makes a good book. I think most people would agree that what makes a good book is dependent on the reader. So certain readers look for certain things when they come to a book. If they're obviously looking for a happy ending, they're looking for probably a different type of book than what others might consider a quote-unquote good book. Man, that's not very good. Let me try that again. For books, I think what makes a good book is that after you're done reading, there's something to think about. That the book doesn't end on the last page. The last page of the book begins new thoughts. And I think most of the books that have stood the test of time are all books like that. That after it's over, you go on thinking. And then for movies, I would say it's a lot of the same traits, is that after you watch a good movie, it keeps you thinking as well. I think with both books and movies, a lot of the similarities is you want dynamic characters, characters that you can believe their emotions, characters that grow over time or change over time and aren't just static creation like Mr. Smith from The Matrix. You don't want to watch a movie about a static character that has no growth, that has no development, and that has no unexpected twist to their life. Let it close.
Yeah.
Let it close. Go not in front of the camera.
So, are you aware of the term catharsis?
No, could you explain it to me?
Catharsis is basically a release of emotion.
Okay.
That through some kind of form of media or medium, i.e. books or film, that just leaves you with a release of emotion. You either feel happy or you feel sad. Do you know any books like that or movies?
Books that create emotion?
That give like a feeling of that emotion, yes.
I think almost every quality piece of literature creates some sort of catharsis. Is that a good book makes you feel a way. Because if a book has no bearing on your own feelings, then you aren't being affected by that book, which probably means you're not buying into that book, and a kind of a chain reaction. That good literature always creates a catharsis. Because if it's not good literature for yourself, you don't understand it, or you don't get it, or you don't feel anything, you feel no connection to those characters. And so it's probably not a good piece of literature for yourself.
So, do you have any authors or directors that come to mind that are, in your opinion, very good at representing catharsis?
One of my favorite directors is still Christopher Nolan, the creator of, most notably, recently for younger audiences, Inception, but before that also Memento. One thing I really like about Christopher Nolan is that his endings, not only are they unexpected, but he doesn't give you what you want. Many times when you're sitting down in a movie theater, you're waiting for that romantic comedy to finally go through that final ordeal that ends in the happy ending. But Christopher Nolan is too smart for that. Instead of being a trick ending, like M. Night Shyamalan, for example, Christopher Nolan's endings are always open endings. And I like movies with open endings where you aren't sure how the movie ended, or it makes the audience actually figure out for themselves how they want the movie to end. Another example of one of those open endings I really like is in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, when the main female protagonist jumps off the cliff at the end, and you're stuck in this limbo. Did she fly? Did that dream from earlier come true? Or did she die? And so you kind of kill the character, or you give that character life. I think that's an important role in kind of quality movies.
Yeah, I agree. Also, any specific authors?
We'll wait for Walter to leave again. Try it again.
So, are there, in continuation of that question, any specific authors that kind of give you the same feeling as, say, Christopher Nolan?
With open endings, let me think about that one for a second. You can pause it, unless you're not in danger. But I got to film. I got to think about open ending.